No chance at all. No chance at all. I want to also say to you, you know what's funny? Now they're going to go 8-0, huh? What about last night when you said they were going to go 0-1? Yeah. Remember that?
Now I flip.
Yeah, you flipped, huh? Unreal how you look at the game. This can't go wrong by construction, and it can't go wrong by locker room culture. It just can't. One, AB wants to buy into something that is worth buying into. I think that's
He does?
Yeah, that part. A Hall of Fame career so far in trajectory with a storied franchise in the Steelers shows me that the guy can buy in. And when you go into other situations that you don't see the same level of functionality, then you see this dysfunction everywhere, and then you start to realize maybe this is not the best place for a Hall of Fame wide receiver to go and get lost. Randy Moss told us the same thing as well. So I don't see how you could say this situation could go wrong. And then you look at the team. God, look at the receiving corps. Lord have mercy. You ever seen dime package when they get all the, the backup DBs run out there too? You got AB. No, you got Edelman. No, you got Antonio. No, you got Demaryius Thomas. Oh, no, we got these rookies coming too. They got two. They are so loaded. Josh Gordon. Who in the hell is going to cover these guys when they go 4 or 5 wide? No one in the NFL. So I don't see how it goes wrong.
Here's what I think is beneficial. Bill Belichick does not suffer fools. He just won't. That's the culture that's been established. And you know who's helped him establish that? Tom Brady.
Yep.
Tom Brady has allowed him, Bill Belichick, to coach him hard in front of the entire team. And here's the deal. Antonio Brown, I'm 100% with you. We can win with you. Guess what? We can win without you. We don't need you. You need us. You want to put hardware on your finger? This is the place to do it. If that's not what you're about, we'll bench your butt. We'll cut you. I mean, they've proven that time and time again. That's why they're in the perfect place to execute this with Antonio Brown. Doesn't mean that Antonio Brown is not, going to act up a time or two. But when he does, guess what? We don't need you. Think about this. This has been an offense that's been tight end centric when it comes to explosive plays. Rob Gronkowski, the only explosive plays made in the Super Bowl were made by 87. That's it. Last night, tight ends were targeted twice, 1 catch for 3 yards. We don't care. It's not about the players we have on the field. It's about the players you don't have on the field. We're not going to necessarily just lean on our strengths. We're going to attack your weaknesses. And that means 1 week, we're going to rush it for 220 yards, and you're going to get 2 targets. And if you can't handle that, if you're not more about the victories than you are about the statistics, we're not going to have you here. And they're going to have to, he has to understand what that culture is. And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, nobody knows if he's able. That's where I'm at.
No, it'll be interesting to watch this play out. But this is a win-win for the New England Patriots. Not only did they take a player from their rival, because let's be honest, they really poached him from the Pittsburgh Steelers by way of the Oakland Raiders. So they've weakened maybe one of their top competitors. They've added a guy who is a difference maker, something that they didn't have, someone who could fit in that system if he buys in and if he's adaptable. But, man, you see Josh Gordon last night. You see Philip Dorsett show up. You got Demaryius Thomas in the bullpen. You got N'Keal Harry, who is on IR. They're going to bring him back at some point. They have everything that they could possibly want. The one issue that I have with AB is he able to adapt to the way that the Patriots do things, not only culturally, but on the field? Because there are a lot of post-snap reads, things on the fly. And to me, AB is an and-one mixtape player. He is a guy that just kind of played around. He and Ben Roethlisberger would see each other, make eye contact, and throw the ball down the field. If he does that with Tom Brady, he may have 2 times to do that. The first time Tom Brady's going to look at him. The next time Tom Brady's going to get him off the field. So can AB be a disciplined player?
Well,
that's the challenge.
And that's the perfect transition. You think AB is going to – is it going to work for AB here? Will he finish the year at Patriots?
I think we're doing him a disservice to really take a shot at his intelligence, and we'll talk about that later in terms of how this all came to be, but also his acumen on the field. Remember when you're a 6th rounder, you know humble beginnings. You know how it is to not have and not to be heard. And you fit in because that's the only way you're going to make it. So it's in his DNA in the NFL to fit in and make it. Let's not dismiss that because via You said the Oakland Raiders. How about via the Buffalo Bills? Don't forget that one day he was a Buffalo Bill. And he looked at that quarterback. Respect Josh Allen, because I actually like you. Then he went to, they said Oakland. He said, great brand, historically great brand, and a former MVP candidate. Okay, since I know y'all want to send me damn near out the country to Buffalo, this sounds like a better landing spot. Got into a few practice sessions, got into a few situations, realized this is going to hurt my numbers. So let me go on now and get into
That's
something
speculation, but go ahead.
That is my way of reading it. That's why I got Costa Dragonis coming, brother. I know how to speculate. All that said, this guy isn't going to hurt this locker room. Remember 2011 when they had Hainsworth? And they had Ocho Cinco. Now, neither one of them worked out, but the team worked out 13-3.
No, and we've all agreed on that.
Okay.
The Patriots are bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
Well, AB, I'm not sure he's. Yeah, well, he
I think he will. I think he will. He's been through this before. He had to buy in before to become AB.
Again, you know how much money was in his pocket when he left Central Michigan?
$37.18.
Yeah. So he had to buy in.
Yeah.
Now he's got millions in his pocket. And I just don't know if he's going to be able to buy in because I think his addiction to social media attention is that strong.
All I got to say to that is that means you got more to lose when you got a lot of money. Stop flipping that narrative on people. When you got more, you just don't care. I care more. I know how far it is to fall to the ground.
Rationally.
Yeah. Listen, I think this is really hard for me because I'm kind of split on it. I think he finishes, but I think there's a couple of learning curves along the way where he may be a healthy scratch. I mean, you have to understand what they do in New England. This is the most disciplined team in all of football. Their whole system is we don't have a system. And it's incredible to watch them. Watching them play defense last night was a thing of beauty. Because when you look at them on paper, you don't have the name value, right? I mean, come on. Jamie Collins was one of the best inside linebackers in football. He got in trouble within the organization for whatever they didn't like. He went to bed at 7-0, and he woke up at 0-7. He was all of a sudden a Cleveland Brown, right? And then he went on the witness relocation program. He was there for a few years. He didn't do anything. They bring him back, and he was balling last night. They get their guys to sacrifice numbers to execute what they're asking them to execute. And I'm telling you what, it is like a symphony how that defense, all 11, work together. It is beautiful. And they'll sacrifice those numbers. So I think he finishes the season, but I think there's a couple of learning curves along the way where all of a sudden they're like, hey, AB, this week you're a spectator. Until you understand what we're trying to do, I think that's going to happen.
I'm worried about the stuff that happens away from the field in terms of can he be to meetings on time? Because they sent Darrelle Revis home one day. He was late because it was snowing. Oh, I didn't know. Send him home. AB is notoriously late. He's always late to meetings. Yeah. How is he going to handle the discipline and the expectations that's set down by the Patriots? Because they expect you to be there. They expect you to be there on time and to be a professional. He has to do that. Secondly, how is he going to handle? Some days the ball is not going to head in his direction. And we have seen the tantrums on the sideline when he was in Pittsburgh with Ben Roethlisberger, with the offensive coordinator. When the ball doesn't go in his direction, he has a tendency to bark out. How is he going to handle Tom Brady being like, hey, man, where I throw to the open guy? Those are things that I'm curious to see. I'm not saying that he can't.
I'm going to surprise you with this opinion. I don't know if AB cares about numbers anymore. AB cares about money and health. How can I get money without jeopardizing my health? I think it's going to start this week. There's no reason for him to play Miami. So there's going to be 2 games guaranteed that he misses, in my view. Why play him against Miami? We see what trash Miami is, and I know they're jinxed against Miami, but already he's down to a 14-game schedule. His numbers are going to decline. I don't know if he's going to be numbers obsessed. Where he is going to have a problem, I think, is social media. He's already IG'd, here I am at Gillette Stadium, and blah, blah, blah. And eventually there's going to be more and more of that. The same Facebook Live and with the Steelers. There's going to be some of that. And then just at the end of the day, if you just go check his off-the-field resume that has nothing to do with football, he's going to have drama that gets him in the headline and in the news. And I just don't know if Robert Kraft and Belichick are going to put up with his off-the-field drama.
Here's the deal, though, on that, okay? That didn't happen, to your point, When he was a sixth rounder fighting to make a team, that didn't happen. He was on time. He showed up.
Right.
He worked his butt off.
Yep.
There's nobody that will tell you he's not the hardest working guy on the football field, right? That's who he is. So he was enabled to act like a clown. And you know what? Send in the clowns. Because he was given that opportunity.
Yep.
You act like a clown in New England, and you're looking for work the next day. So and he understands where he's at.
But where?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.